And we are live for the grand finale, final game of this triple elimination tournament. Holy cow, what a journey it has been. What does Striejlok have in store? Because this is for all the marbles, for everything, the final one. It all comes down to this, and I mean, it could be the Mercury conundrum again, which I really hope there isn't, so I'll probably be sending my Raptor out as fast as possible. But even if not, I'm actually going to try and engage a bit faster than I normally do.
On it, Commander.
Well, I suppose I still am limited by the speed of my Mercury.
Launching drones.
Let's not forget
Understood.
you. Everyone is launching fighters, so don't have to worry about that. Let's do the thing. Would Striejlok do it again? Absolutely would do that. Put his Merc low again. I wonder which fleet I am against. So what's he got? He's got 3, 3, side and a top. He's definitely got a Merc, which is, I'm gonna guess, one of these two. 3 Valks. Three Atlas? Is this his carrier fleet again? Running that back? Honestly, I think his finals game 1 fleet would have been better. But I reckon, like, Striejlok is going to play it better this time, I'm sure. I don't know what improvement conclusions he's come off analysing his own game. Not like thinking it through, thinking what worked, what didn't. Because I know what I need to do. I need to engage prompto. If he turns around, I have an idea. If he turns around, it's probably the carrier fleet. If he goes at me, it's probably a gun fleet. But I won't know for sure. So, what do you do? I mean, they're gonna... Turning is just something you normally do anyway. To get into a line.
So say we all.
Really hope I put my berserks
On it, Commander.
full speed ahead.
Understood. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander.
So that goes with that one, that goes with that one, that's gonna go with that one.
Yes, sir.
This is as fast as I can really go at the moment. I've limited my berserks. I am already lacking in confidence of my fleet. Because this looks like the carrier fleet I faced before, but with improvements. The first thing I need to find out is that a Mercury or have I been duped? Even so, if it is his carrier fleet and it's 3 Atlas, 3 Valks, which kinda looks to be, that doesn't look like a Mercury. You wouldn't dive a Mercury that close, unless it's trying to roost me again. And even so, 3 Valkyries and a Mercury and Atlases doesn't beat 3 Valkyries, 2 Minotaurs, and 3 Berserks. It just doesn't. Not without fighter support, which is... He's turning away, and there's not really much I can do about that. I think this might be lost, but I don't 100% know, because it might not. It's certainly won and lost in the fighter battle, so how do I want to play this? Do I want to charge in head first? I mean, yes. Yes I do, because I want to keep the separation as low as possible to minimize the time between engaging his capital ships. That's if I want to capture victory, but these ships are never going to engage his Mercury at the same time. These ships need to stay low. So as to win on the bottom. So basically I need to win on the fighters. He's not going to engage my fighters until the fighter battle started. He's not going to be as aggressive. Like, I looked at his VOD of Game 2. Just a little bit of it. Namely, I wanted to see the turn his reaction to me turning and basically boosting into him. I want to see his reaction to that. I also had to look at his reaction, like, to the very start of the fighter brawl. That was interesting. Because he realized it was lost. He made a mistake. More or less the same mistake I did to him when he won his game against me outside the grand final. So we have both learned that mistake, so we're both going to be cagey with our fighters, which is bad news for me because he has the fighter advantage. Also, let's have this music on. We need epic music for this epic battle. It is the grand final. That may be the last of what might be the last tournament of Deadlock.
On it, Commander.
why am Mercury so slow? Okay, he's keeping these ships together. Where are my ship fighters? I don't like this. Have I just made the same mistake twice? Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. We're not in range. Which is good, because I don't think he can fire at me, and won't be able to fire at me. So if he engages my fighters, that is suicide. Oh, my Raptor squadron just has to be the back ship. I'm actually not to, like, unless it's a big gun fleet, which, look at all those fighters, it's not, it's the carrier fleet again. Like, if he's swapped his Mercury over, I'm not too bothered, because I still win the bottom fight. Yeah, so it shouldn't be. Well, I should win the bottom fight. Honestly, there is an argument for having my Mercury low against his carrier fleet. My Mercury will basically always lose to his because he's got fighter support. Well, that's...
Understood.
Like...
So say we all.
I feel like purposefully diving my Mercury is a incredibly risky decision, because it basically sacrifices my Mercury. My Mercury will lose to his. But it's whether I can do enough damage to his ships. It's the Valkyrie. If I do dive, I'm relying on all of this to deal with a Mercury, which if I have enough ships, like 2 Valkyries and a Minotaur, I can win. But if I start diving this, it will be... Nah. Let's end for now. Honestly wish these raptors were faster. Back to this end, I'm going to just move. No, back up. Bigger movement. I reckon Strike's gonna pull away. I could be gutsy and keep my squadron, like, not move my squadron back that far to maybe scout my Raptor, but like, no. Because if it does engage me, and I don't move my fighters, it all goes horribly wrong. So I need to move them back. And yeah, he moves his. He disengages his. I kind of thought that might happen. I should trust my gut. Game 1. I've not learnt my lessons of game 1. Okay, I'm going to basically move my fighters as far here, such that if he tries to engage my Mercury,
Understood.
I will that's definitely 3 Atlas, 3 Valks, and an unidentified ship. Which I hope to not be a Mercury. If it is, well, I'll have to deal with that. It might be a difficult victory. If that is
Understood.
a Mercury.
Yes, Commander. On it, Commander.
But it could still be a victory. Okay, I think this... After this turret plating, I can switch to the... Well, honestly, I'll just leave it on the front. His upwards firepower is... like, this Mercury is supposed to only go against his Mercury. So I'm just going to armor his front and that's it. So yeah, you go there. And then I'm going to see if I can sneak my Raptor across to his fleet, because I really, like, I need to have that question answered. Am I being duped again?
Yes, sir. Understood. Understood.
I do that basically because the center of the circle of this arena is about here, so I need to I need to try and cut Striejlok off to basically go straight. Basically have a line from the center to Striejlok's fleet and the edge of the circle, and make sure my fleet is on that line, because then I will go around the I'll be able to cut him off no matter which way he goes. So basically to force him to the edge of the circle, and then I can engage him there. Ooh, this is tense stuff. Right. Striejlok, what do you do? Okay, I need to... Okay, no. He's going for a run on my Mercury. I've this up. Oh, I've messed. He's gonna do a lot of damage to my Mercury for free, which is most unfortunate.
Understood.
I have psyched myself out. Made a blunder, and he's gonna capitalize on it.
So say we all.
Why did I not see that coming? That was so goddamn obvious. Because that is a complete repeat of what he did before. Thankfully, though, this Mercury will survive. It will survive a round from Apolloca's ships, and I don't think his ships can quite attack me yet. Let's not attack the Mark 7s with guns. Let's attack that. Like, because I'm gunning to destroy capital ships, assault raptors, I don't see them. Like, I can't really stop them. I probably could if my fighters were in position, but they're not. I messed that up.
On it, Commander.
Dive. Oh no. I'm just gonna get some free hits on my Mercury that I need him not to get. He's won the Mercury battle again. And I won't win the fighter battle quite as well as I did previous.
Deploying countermeasures. So say we all.
Do I put it on a stance by the time we've... Yeah. Because he's won it, because even if I make it through the fighter battle, my Mercury will be too dinged to win, or too damaged to win the against his Mercury, so... So... Gucci.
On it, Commander.
Okay, what has he fired PCMs at? He's fired PCMs just towards me. So if I put them there, if I put them there, if I put them there. That was a bit low, I think. In front of here and then there. Perfect. So this is a much more scuffed initial engagement, which means I'll probably have more fighters to deal. Like, I'll need to deal with more fighters later on. Like, this match is gonna be very similar to the previous one, but Apolloca's not making goddamn names. Striejlok is not gonna make the same like mistakes. At least not exactly. They might make some similar ones, but they won't be quite as catastrophic. Like,
Missiles incoming!
what the fuck are my fighters doing? Honestly? Okay, that's kind of lost the fighter battle. So his ops are still have fighters. I don't have a debris mine, probably because I crashed into it.
So say we all. Yes, sir.
This is most
Understood.
unlike me, this formation. It's awful. Got that. That Valk is out of position like crazy. Can be fixed though. These guys need to send my ships ahead.
So say we all.
Okay, no, let's have you. Actually, could run my ships away. I'm not in gun range. Yeah. Send my ships over here. Because he can't shoot at them, he can't shoot at my Mercury. It's all... That's all good. I'm still concerned that that's a Mercury and I'm facing a tough... I'm entirely beneath him. He must be using boost thrusters. Which is just a mistake, even when he's trying to run away. Is he below me? Actually, oh, no. I'm getting that wrong. The Atlases are almost certainly using boost thrusters. Right. Quickly.
Hostile unit identified.
Is online.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
I just needed to nip to the loo. Plus side of turn-based games, you can do that sort of thing. Okay, ooh. It is indeed a berserk. Sorry. Mercury. Low. I should have flaked. That was a perfect turn to flak. Oh, that was such a bad missed opportunity by me.
Yes, sir. Missile tubes prepped.
So that it's kind of combined the teachings of the previous two rounds. can't tell if there's Valks. So you can board the Mercury. Do I engage his fleet? I'm almost tempted to just hold off. What is this trying to catch up? I'm gonna go do that.
So say we all. Understood. On it, Commander.
So, I do cut his fleet off, it's just... Do I actually beat this fleet? I think I do if I shove... I need to shove everything into the Mercury. I need to, like, ignore the Atlases, ignore the Valkyries, shove everything into the Mercury, and I think I do beat it. Do I flak? You know what? Sure. Might catch some things in the flak.
IFF confirms unit is hostile. Squadron has gone dark.
Bogey in my kill slot.
Squadron has gone dark.
Was that good for me? That squadron's still up. He's lost 1 Mach 7. He's lost a Mach 7. And I've lost a Mach 7. Opening volley is
Understood.
even. That one of his. Right, on the plus side, so on the things over here, ironically, them being like up high would actually fare me better. But the way I've got his fleet, I will engage it whenever the hell I please. Like, this engagement is largely on my terms, which is nice. Let's just move.
On it, Commander.
That I kind of need to get my.
Yes, Commander.
Ugh, I'm slowed down quite a bit. I am slowed down quite a lot by these berserks, especially when
Yes, sir.
cornering. Now let's put you. Oh no, it's that Valkyrie because it has to swing so hard.
On it, Commander.
Oh, I have completely forgotten about you. Let's have your left armor. Okay. Knowing I've got at least a few turns for this to engage me down here. If that's what Striejlok. I don't know why I'm getting the names wrong so badly. Few turns. The struggle is I need to somehow slip these Minotaurs up to like here and here, ahead of my fleet. Because I cannot engage his Mercury without them, because it's basically I need to engage his Mercury with all of my fleet and not take too long about it. I'll have to do him out of time.
One shot. Just give me one good shot. Not safe, Wrecker.
Missiles incoming! Squadron has gone dark.
Right. So they're still alive. Oh no. Flak has
Understood.
not worked in the slightest. I'm pretty sure that whatever target they were shooting at has actually died. But I think I'm gonna lose this. Okay, you've lost. You've lost both your fighter squadrons, even though I don't think I targeted them. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Mach 7s. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mach 2s. The Mach 7s I need to kill this. I think I'm cooked.
So say we all. On it, Commander.
Because I need to go. Like, my only hope is. Actually, no. Let's.
Yes, sir. So say we all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Continue on. These are slightly ahead. Okay, I'm going to actually flag's probably the best idea here. Mr. Play by me. What are they even equipped with? PCM, guns, PCM, armor piercers.
On it, Commander.
They'll be just regular missiles from that. Valkyrie. Those incoming look to be targeting the Assault Raptor Squadron.
Yes, Commander.
This is winnable. It's difficult though, because basically the way I see it, I can win is if I kill this stuff quickly enough, climb, kill that thing, that is all his ships. I don't need to worry about the fighter battle, but that needs to happen fast. And I don't think I can do. I don't think I'm able to do it. My fleet isn't quite that fast.
Yes, Commander.
Not to bring all. It's not in terms of bringing all my firepower to bear on that. Gamma. Well, that one you're going to be on firing line first. I need to slow down to let my Minotaurs catch up, but I can't slow down because then his fleet will get away. Fortunately, I do cut him off. I will fight his ships at some point. Not super sure when, but I will do. What the hell happened to the fighter AI? Because it just seemed like I was getting free hits. Squadron check. Mercury has just one left. Ooh.
God damn it! They cut me! Keep your target locked and watch for clearance.
Squadron has gone dark.
Tin can on my tail! Take it down! Take it down!
That 50.
Understood. Yes, sir.
Okay, you know what? This
On it, Commander.
is the time
So say we all.
where I properly get my fleet formations in proper order. You're the back one. You're the one who goes behind there. You go behind there, and you go
Understood.
behind there. That's the line. I'll be honest, not much firepower on these. They got heavy side guns, but the angles will be terrible because I intend to fight underneath. I mean, how many heavy guns does it even have? It looks to be 3 each side. 9 heavy guns. That's a reasonable amount of damage, but it's easy to avoid. And then these will just have point defense, especially if he puts them on a posture. It's this, but I think I killed. Okay, yeah, I am fairly confident about winning this, and then it's get up to a berserk. Actually, no. I'll do my damage squadron to target that. I need that. No. No, just everything Mark 1. I believe in my Mercury. Don't know why. I shouldn't.
Yes, Commander.
Sustained incoming. Vector 1-6.
Squadron has gone dark.
I've got 9.
Squadron has gone dark.
Okay, that's the Mercury squadron's dead at the very least. Okay, so many squadrons does he have? He has. So 2 Mark 7s, one more than previous, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's basically got a squad of each more than previous. Oh my. I suppose this is why you should really be having PCMs go out immediately.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, can I grab? Oh, I can grab the berserk. My positioning is not so good.
Yes, Commander.
All ships focus fire on the Mercury. That thing needs to die. This engagement is super scuffed.
On it, Commander.
Honestly, full attack posture, you might make it in this round. He turns to the right slightly. I'm cooked. I'm already pretty cooked. I'm normally good on these positionings, but this game, nah. Okay, no pos. I think turn. You, I'm going to put on full of. No.
On it, Commander.
Ah, you're. This is not good, and you need to move like this. I've scuffed this up quite badly. Oh, and I'm out of time. I'm about to take a lot of damage.
On it, Commander. Understood. On it, Commander.
Oh, good, that is in combat range. Okay, everyone is in combat range.
So say we all.
Let's do some funky. Ah, his fighters are on their way. I think if I can kill this, then I can deal with his fighters.
Understood.
While dealing with these, assuming my losses aren't huge, which they might honestly be. Do I have a PCM up? No. So, you're taking damage, you're taking damage. He's smart, he'll target my Minotaur, which he is. But I don't want to change its facing, although these Valkyries are kind of just bait. Because I have less firepower than a Minotaur. Nah. Let's play it smart. He is absolutely going to target these. You've got to turn that way to get more guns on. Alright, how much damage can this fleet do?
Yes, sir.
Five Mach 2s. I can deal with that. Well, here goes.
Missiles incoming! Squadron has gone dark.
Okay, I was right, he was going after a Minotaur. But
Minotaur
I
is
was wrong
taking
on
damage.
which Minotaur he was going for. Oh, I've not done nearly as much damage to that as I had hoped.
Yes, Commander. So say we all.
Kind of wish I could get a replay of the previous turn, but I'm pretty sure all of my... Yeah, I see tracers going there.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see if if I can get to you fast enough. That's already taking damage. His fighters are here. I believe I have lost this. Ironically, the better thing to do, might to do now, to switch off this Mercury and onto his fighters. No, I won't clean his fighters up fast enough. His fighters don't get cleaned up that fast. What is an idea? Is to change this turret thing. Try and not that some of these will be alive for too much longer. If I hadn't fallen for the ruse again, I'm gonna come second in a tournament again. And a close fought second as well. It's not like a... Right, this is probably
Minotaur is
dead.
taking damage.
Even. Like it won't survive the turn, but I might as well try.
Celestra is taking damage.
4 by 6-2. Nothing but the rain.
We've lost a Celestra, sir.
I could have really done with that dying this turn. On the positive side, this actually survived. Huh.
On it, Commander. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander.
Okay, that's actually, that is very good. I'm going to put you on neutral then.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I need to make sure that survives. So, I actually think with only Mark II's down here. going after that one. And I need to make you turn tighter. And my Mercuries are below his. Valkyries even. Okay. Change of heart. This is winnable.
Yes, Commander.
Might actually win there, which is very bad news for Striejlok. Do you have any munitions available? No. So everything I think I've still got targeting. Mercury. What I've got left should deal with the Mercury.
Minotaur is taking damage. Friendly
Yeah, there we
unit
go.
is down. Berserk is taking damage.
We're taking sustained
Berserk
fire.
down.
How much damage did that take? Not as
So
much
say we all.
as I want. Okay, this is where it gets a bit tricky though, because I need to keep... I basically need to deal with this fighters as he's shooting at me. Is that the one you lot shooting at? Yeah, let's just shoot at the one with 27 health, so your orders. Chill, you've got orders.
Yes, sir. Understood. Yes, Commander. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Understood. On it, Commander.
So that should kill that squadron, because squadrons are the priority target, because they deal the most damage currently. Everything else kind of just ship damage. I mean, the PDCs are nasty. It is very tempting to just try and destroy all those capture ships as fast as I can, but I think now I don't win that. So this is winnable, but like it's tight. This is not an easy game.
Berserk is taking damage.
Slightest.
Firing on target. Plating is taking a pounding, sir.
squadron. .33 health.
On it, Commander.
Squadron.
On it, Commander.
I will say my positioning in this is much better than his. I'm very tempted to just send everything into that Valkyrie because it's been slightly battered, but nah. Fighters currently deal are his highest damage dealing thing. They're getting away. My Mercury is... Actually, boost thrusters is not a bad idea here. He's going to be pushing those up, which can go straight into my Mercury. If it can get there in time. Nah, I just weather the storm with those.
PCM's prepped.
Let's just launch a PCM point blank range. Let's see what happens. Did I even move
Berserk
this?
is
I
taking
did.
damage. Missiles incoming.
They breached plating.
Understood.
This is less than ideal. So how many squadrons do you have? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 Mark IIs. Okay, so are these the things dealing most damage to me? Yes, they are, because I can effectively target specific subsystems. I need to make sure you are diving. You've got your weaker armor facing, presenting. What the This is so bad. I'm gonna do this. Because I don't care about his Valkyries. But I do care about those squadrons. And I've already done those. Actually, you can go on defensive for a turn. Oh, let's see what happens.
Repel the border. Keep them out of the CIC.
Berserk is taking damage. Marines have boarded one of our ships.
Oh.
Minotaur is taking damage.
Oh. Oh, that was a bad focus fire on. Because I didn't kill the targets I told them to kill, and I should have had them target other things. Yeah, because I.
Yes, Commander. On it, Commander.
I'm running out of ships. Boarding party. I need to kill the fighters because I don't have any defense against fighters with this Mercury. Because Mercury is the ship I've got left alive, and that's what's going to have to deal with whatever these ships can't deal with, and it cannot deal with fighters, one lone ship. So I have to deal with the Vipers. Last turn I might have just thrown that final with what I did. That'll be that. Have munitions. You've got no munitions. Oh, let's see what happens.
Berserk is taking damage. Minotaur is taking damage.
They're giving us a hell of a storm, sir.
Okay, I'm glad I put that on full defensive. Fighter check. One, two,
Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. On it, Commander.
Okay, that's toasted. This ship is toasted. I don't think I can deal with 3 Valkyries.
Understood.
There's stars coming in. Yeah, that. So Raptors got away from me.
Yes, Commander. Understood. Minotaur is taking damage. Minotaur down. Berserk is taking damage.
Way is that gonna get away? I still can't deal with 1 squad. And I might probably will kill it. You're not gonna kill it. Right, leave it all in the capable hands of this lone fighter. I mean, if that gets away, that's really bad, because that's a full squad he can bring back. Assuming my Mercury is as slow as it is, and doesn't get to fight him. It takes a while to regen fighters. Go over there, you're dead. You're buggered. So how much of that 1 squad can I kill? Okay, actually, I've changed my mind. I will send you on there. Auto-firing squadrons anyway. Pretty sure Mercury can't kill 3 Valks. But gotta give it a go. Definitely kills 3 Atlases. Yeah, it doesn't kill 3 Valks top down. I don't think. No, it doesn't. That many heavy guns is just too much. I need to have some of my fleet survive, and it ain't gonna. Yeah, oh yeah, that should have been on for defensive.
Squadron has gone dark.
0, 0, 0. That squadron's gonna live.
Understood.
I think it's over. He's gonna have ARPs out soon. I mean, my Mercury are fair better, but he can stagger. I think if I did manage to kill them, the game would be a bit different.
On it, Commander.
Yeah, this is... I've lost this. Good game, though. The mistakes time we both made weren't big at all. Like, I'd say he still had the same blunder he did last game with his fighters around my Mercury. Like, you just... But he didn't make quite so big as a... Like, he minimized it as much as he could. Yeah. That's...
Understood.
Not really much I could do differently. This game... God, I really wish my Mercury got in range to do something. Still, I need to beat this fleet once. And, one tournament, I'd have liked to... How long have I been playing this tournament of this game? I would have liked to have won one. But I am destined to always lose to the tournament champion. Or nearly always lose. I should look back and see how many finalists I've lost to, because I think I've lost to most finalists. Even when I wasn't so good at the game. What could I have done differently? Not fall for the Mercury ruse a second time. Ugh. Surely there is no way to know. Because if you swap... No, there was a way to know. Because my Mercury would have lost to his, like, I should have dived. Because it makes no sense for me to keep my Mercury up high. It always loses to his higher Mercury because he has fighter advantage. So I can deal extra damage to my Mercury. So he'll always win that, so I should have had this on the bottom, yeah. Like, I shouldn't have fallen for this a second time. Mostly because I should have realised that I should always deploy my Mercury low. I mean, I also don't want to do that because that would mean changing this fleet. And I'm quite proud that this fleet, with 0 modifications, got to the grand finale and the final game of the finale. I won one match against Striejlok. So, and certainly, I'm happy that this has been a great final. Because this game was fairly close. Like, even with the Mercury mishap, I still think it's winnable putting my Mercury up here. Just like, target priorities, maneuvering to get them, like, trying to get to his faster. Because I think if I had had my Minotaurs the other side of my fleet, so I didn't have to slow down to put them the correct side of my fleet, and then engaged his fleet in my proper formation without slowing down, I would have been, like, his fighters would have effectively arrived at the fight. A couple turns later, I could have probably killed one of his Valkyries, which is another ship doing a lot less damage. Right. How long is Apolloc going to spend? Not Apolloc. Ah, my bloody hell names. It's Striejlok. It says it right here. Ah, brain is fried. Oh, Striejlok. God. You can just engage on me now.
Grab your sidearm, Colonel. They're already here.
What remains of this? Can this lone Mercury? When I am catching up to
So say we all.
those ships.
Understood. All his fighters has docked, so that's they're full up, that's almost full up. He should have no squadrons left. What does he have? He has one Viper Mark II and 2 Assault Raptors. One Viper Mark II. That's strangely winnable. have to do the Viper Mark II first, because that deals constant chip damage. Seriously, Mercury versus Atlases? Not really. There's
Orders,
3
down the hall. Taking cover fire.
Valkyries in the bottom here. So it's like... Striejlok does outgun me. Quite definitively. I mean, it is the Mercury versus the world, because, like, this Mercury, like, oh, this Berserk has nothing going for it. It's out of position, and like, its firepower is insignificant, and I've just been lobbing the Mercury missiles at it. It's got no escort, so it's been quite heavily damaged. The top guns will deal with it. I'm pretty sure I don't even have to focus fire for the top guns to kill that Berserk. It's not an issue. The threats, these... Which one has missiles? This one. These Valks... I mean, that one has ding, but its top armor is fine, which is slightly sad. That one can die very quickly, but the other 2 die slowly. And then you've got, I mean, the bricks. Bricks themselves aren't an issue, it's the squadrons inside. There are Striejlok's fighter complement. Grand total is this raptor up here, doing defensive duty. But on offense, 1 Viper Mark II and 2 assault raptors. Which I might sound crazy, but I think I can deal with that. I mean, very unlikely. I've kind of come to terms with this match is lost. But hey, I have a chance. If everything doesn't engage all at once, I win. No, let's do this the sensible way. And do that. Basically, I don't want to engage his Valkyries and his fighters at the same time. Why not kill capitals? Okay, so my logic here. These Atlases can be entirely ignored. So long as I kill the fighter squadrons, the bricks do nothing. Their guns are, like... They're not trivial, but against, like... I'll need to do something incredibly wrong to lose a Mercury to 3 bricks. So then it's, what about the Valkyries? That is a good question. Because, like, his threats are the fighters and the Valkyries. I put more priority on this Viper Mark II. The Assault Raptors I'm not too concerned with. I have a PCM to block one of the salvos. But this Viper Mark II will just deal too much chip damage and basically guarantee engineering is probably what it's going to fight. 2 heavy guns more than a single Viper. Two heavy. One thing. Atlases have 3 heavy guns. And no, I disagree that 2 heavy guns is more than a single Viper, especially as the fields of fire, like angles of fire, like I am right above him, these are going to have horrific angles. They might not even be able to shoot. But more importantly, the Vipers can target a specific location, so they can just strip my engineering or fire control. Those medium guns. No, those are heavy guns. These are light guns. Not light guns, medium guns. Medium guns top, bottom, heavies on the sides. You see it's double barrel versus single barrel on the top and bottom. So I'm taking 6 medium guns. I'm more terrified. That's like a broadside of a Minotaur. Am I more broadside of a Minotaur or a fighter? Technically, I think the broadside of a Minotaur does more damage. Or the top side, the dorsal of a Minotaur does more damage. But again, Vipers are far more accurate. They deal their damage at a much closer range. I am not scared of that. But what I'm very scared of is these, because these are 6 heavy guns each. So I need to climb away. Beep, beep. Yeah, this ain't going well. Let's send one of these still at that berserk. I want that berserk dead. I am 2 raptor squadrons, 2 assault raptor squadrons. Can they fire at me this turn? I don't think so.
So say we all.
I think they're out of range for this turn. Also, for the 5-hour, I checked this earlier in the game, in this match, just to because I fairly early on when Striejlok was climbing these atlases, I was concerned. The fight between the Mercury and the atlases, I thought would be a lot sooner, so I decided to check the loadout. I didn't actually properly know before this match. Do I PCM that? No, I PCM Assault Raptors, which are probably not in range. Right, now that's going to get an return to base order. So the big question is, can I kill this before it RTBs? Which one is it RTBing to? That one. I'm thinking probably not. Sure, I did something like 20 health in 1 turn, but am I gonna get that lucky again? I don't think so. gotta be careful I don't get into range of the Valks. Because if I get in range of them, it is completely game over. Actually, I should kill this Viper Mark II and then destroy the Atlases. Unfortunately, it means my nice. Hey, I did kill it.
Understood.
Okay. I wonder if anyone can tell me what has better dive, a Mercury or a Brick? I'm hoping it's the Mercury. Okay, this game is now still quite... it's reasonably winnable. I don't fancy my chances too greatly against 3 Valks. I can take one out fairly quickly because it's been heavily damaged. But the other 2 will be slower, and I think they win. How many PCMs do I have? 9. That's pretty good. PCMs does he have 4 and 5, so 9, same as me. Mercury has better dive, that's good news. Yeah, but the problem I now face is
So say we all.
is that hit Valks are gonna be in range in the coming turns. They're good to continue wasting missiles up there. Answer is no. I'm gonna hold off those attacks. Oh, the fact that it's still there, I still have a slim chance is crazy. As I said before, this is a good final. It's a 1-1 for all the marbles. I kind of haven't played as well as I could have, but I'm still not making it easy. It's still like Apoloka still has to not Apoloka, bloody hell. I've been doing this all stream. Striejlok. Why am I getting that? Ah. Don't understand why I'm getting the name wrong. Ah. Anyhow, I've had to make Striejlok think quite hard. Even now.
Marines to airlocks Alpha and Delta.
like what? Apollocker names! What Striejlok should be doing is diving these Valkyries so that he is big. It's basically so that my front guns can't fire. Just limit the firepower I have on him. Yeah, I think, even though I don't have much of the top armor is a pretty small hitbox. So should be good. Plus 15 on the focus bonus. Might as well do that and then switch to the Valkyrie when it starts shooting me. Try and more efficiently apply damage. Actually,
So say we all.
I might as well just accelerate forward. What would be really smart for Striejlok to do is to ram this into my Mercury, because that would be very bad for me, and I don't think I can dodge it. Mercuries are well known for having terrible mobility. The point where I think that might be what Striejlok... Nah, they're turning away. No, that's just wrapped up missiles. There goes me engineering. Yeah, this is lost. Can I take... because this firepower is enough to take out my Mercury. I'm tempted to just shoot at this to get it. Yeah, another kill for the... Look, I'll send
Missiles on their way.
missiles at it. Oh, I'm gonna go straight into the PCM, because of course they are. Ooh, that incoming firepower.
Marines have
Youch.
boarded one of our ships.
I'll take it out! Nice. I like this music track. Even though I lost, I think it's appropriate for this end of the final.
Yes, that's it. The winner of this tournament is Striejlok. Replay. Yes. Oh, shut up and give your replay.
Set condition one. Firing solution is online. Bogey in my kill slot. One shot. Just give me one good shot. Not safe, Wrecker. Wreck!
God damn it! They got me! Keep your target locked and watch for clearance. Tin can on my tail! Take it down! Take it down! I've got 9.
Target locked and firing.
Target is 3-4 by 6-2. Nothing but the rain. We're taking sustained fire. Firing on target. Plating is taking a pounding, sir. They breached plating. Held the border. Keep them out of the CIC. They're giving us a hell of a storm, sir. Grab your sidearm, Colonel. They're already here.
Orders, down the hall. I need covering fire. Marines to airlocks Alpha and Delta.
And there you have the replay. Fun game. Yes, basically. What mistakes did I make? Mistakes around the fighter engagement around... Yeah, that was fine. The fighter engagement around... Oh, there was one. Flak. But I think I put flak up a turn nuclear on my Mercury as Striejlok engaged my fighters. Through my Mercury I could have dealt a ton of damage, but I was a turn late. I think I still did a fair bit, like the initial salvo was, despite being outnumbered, was a 1-to-1 trade. The first turn of fighter battle, so must have done something right. Then down the bottom, like the bottom fight. Again, fleet positioning, should have had my Minotaurs in a better position. Like, Mercury being left behind being a big issue is like, nah, that you can't. I'll go into the replay and tell you why. Mercury being left behind is impossible. So I'll whiz it on a couple of turns. But Striejlok's fleet, and if you look into the non-final game I lost to Striejlok in, like I made a lot of more blunders in that game than this. But basically, this fleet can just kite away. And yes, it's slow because it's hamstrung by the Atlases. I need to like kill these carriers as fast as possible, otherwise he just cycles his fighters over and over. And like, I mean, having this up high, I don't know whether this is a Mercury, so I go by the incorrect logic of I need to keep raising my Mercury to match his Mercury so that we can both fire with front and bottom guns. I think that's how it works, yes. Also that, like, we don't get bottom guns. Basically, our engagement is equal. So, this needs to rise to match this. As this fleet kites away, our let me explain. Like, I'm explaining this. As this fleet kites away, the vertical separation between these two ships, like the Mercury and the rest of the fleet, gets so big that they don't fight in each other's battles. Like, the firing arc of this cannot shoot into this, at which point the horizontal, like, position is irrelevant, because, like, it's just not in range anyway. And with how slow this gets in, like, by the time this gets into range of anything here, like, that separation, like, you saw it in the replay. It was big enough, so there's no point waiting for my Mercury. It's not going to be in range of all of these ships anyway. The mistake was not knowing that this is not going to be a Mercury. It's basically what it is, which you kind of have to guess. I think I should still lower my Mercury anyway, because even if my Mercury then loses to his Mercury, he wins the fighter battle, my Mercury dies anyway. As it kind of did by climbing. It's very delayed, but it died. It dies to his fighters, because it's isolated from the rest of the fleet, because I have to raise it in case his Mercury at the top is a Mercury. Which is why I should actually lower it, but that's like... that is a mistake of not lowering my Mercury, but I can't. There, it's... I have logic behind it, my brain's a bit frazzled. I might be struggling to explain myself properly. Yeah, I think maybe because of the first game, I should have considered the ruse and had my Mercury constantly diving. Because if my Mercury constantly dived and been around in this fight, I just target my Mercury into his Mercury, and my bottom ships just ignore the Mercury and let my Mercury deal with them, and then kill these Valks. And like I can immediately obliterate one of the Valks because that's my Alpha strike going into the Valks. Like, I should have had my Merc going down, but like, it's hard to know at the time because this top thing being a Merc, and every game I've played against where my opponent has dived their Merc has just died to mine. Like, I don't like diving the Mercury. But in this case, because this is the one exception, the Mercury is dived. Yeah, was the correct decision to have the Mercuries. Yeah, a game 4 I might win. I think I will only win even numbered games. At least in a best of greater than 1. In a best of 1 I win some, I lose some. Ban Mercuries for another tournament? It would shake up the meta a bit. Like, it's just preference. Because no matter what you do, you'll end up, like, the fleets will be min-maxed, there'll be an optimum you need to take. So, you ban Mercury, poof, the Mercury's gone, you still have 3 Valkyries. because Mark 7s are just overpowered. I don't know what you praise the Mercury with, actually. They're playing this theory crafting. Get rid of the Celestra, get rid of the Mercury. Artemis Valkyrie. Yeah. As I've said in previous games, I do not like the Artemis. I think the Artemis is a trap, it's bad. It has lower dive rate compared to all of this. So, its top guns are completely useless, especially in a Mercury-less game, because they can't even shoot at a Mercury. No, I think the composition will be something similar to this, but with Orions. Orions and Atlases, like probably something similar to this fleet, but you drop the Mercury for, I don't know, Berserks, Orions. It does. Artemis hard shuts down Heracles and Atlases. I mean, everything shuts down. Like, why does it shut down the Heracles more than, say, a Minotaur? Like, yes, or say, they win 1v1. I know that the Heracles has more straight firepower, as I think it is. But like, there's fleet cost involved. Like, the Minotaur, like, the fleet's power you have in this is enough. Heracles is fine. This is Orion's. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think, with the exception of the Mercury, pretty much everything is good into everything else, except the Jupiter 1 and Artemis are bad against all of this and Orion's. It can't shoot its top guns against it. Like, the J1 and the Artemis don't have good bottom guns, so they're just bad against everything else. Because everything else has good bottom guns and top guns. So if you somehow manage to get a dive advantage on a Heracles, say, you're fine. Okay, think about this phased. The Artemis is really good against the Heracles. What if you just don't bring a Heracles? What if I bring this fleet and replace the Mercury with, and Celestra, and maybe a Berserk, with some Orions? That fleet, if you have Artemis, it just loses to this, because, like, you don't have the firepower. Or replace the Mercury and Celestra with a couple of Atlases for squadron counts. You keep the Atlases back, you engage the Artemises with all of this, you win because the Artemises cannot fire. Like, it's good into one ship class. Great. If you don't bring that ship, it's not good. Artemis is a faster Atlas. Like, great. Why not just pay for an Atlas? As for munition slots, I mean, that's nice. But with what I have here, 3 munition slots for me is perfectly fine. And if you want more, then, like, I don't know, Adamants or Orions or whatever. But like, I still think the Adamant has a place, even with Adamants, Berserks, and Orions on the field, and Minotaurs and Falcons, and well, I think they're the only other two ships that outdive it. But like, Valks and Minotaurs are hard counters too. Well, you could argue that because the Minotaurs don't have squadrons, they don't hard counter, but like, in terms of a fleet comp, you will have fighters, so this outfire powers it, and the Valks do hard counter it because they have the Mark 7 is enough to tangle with the Mark 2s. It doesn't lose, but like, it can tangle with it. And then you have PDCs versus PDCs, slightly less, and how many heavy guns this is? 6, I think. Yeah, 6. Like, fast movement Vipers, just leave your Atlases at the back. Kind of maneuver around them. Like, basically play like Striejlok did here. Where he had the, like, in order to fight these Atlases, I have to go through his front line first. And his front line will be these ships, plus Minotaurs and Orions and Berserks and whatever. Like, I don't think I've since... God, when was the last time I run an Adamant? Let's see if I can find out on the Discord. Look through evidence lockers. Oh, I should probably do some screenshots actually. Put the screenshots in the evidence locker. Copy image. And copy. Right. Oh, let's check OBS again. Request 4. I'm gonna exclude. Actually, so for the conquests, because I might have been given ships that, or fleets that I don't want. Maybe. I do realize that I am also, like, I had a big say in what the ships should be. I was an admiral for 2.5 of them, I think. There's Artemis, Ryan, Adamant, and Berserk. I think proper tournaments. Well, it's match results, conquest. That just says who wins, doesn't say any. That's the intel sheet. Should have been picking my own fleet? Yeah, I realised that. I definitely did pick my own fleet, so any Artemis is there. Ah, I know why. Because light fleet versus heavy fleet, basically the Mercury is banned. That being said, so I probably didn't know, like the Mercury, like I want to be light fleet because I don't believe there's an advantage in heavy fleets. I mean, Mercury excluding. Like Mercury and Atlas, I think, was locked behind heavy fleet. Like they are worth taking for heavy fleets. So I wouldn't have been taking those, so what would I have been replacing them with? Am I going to eat my own words and realise that actually I've been replacing them with Artemis's? Ow, my eyes. I just opened shades and they're big white. That's at the intel sheets. I probably have the. Yeah, right, yeah, I'm not privy to the conquest channels, not the team channels where I can see what I've had. I'm sure I had some Google Sheets at one point where I think I just detailed my win-loss record. Hang on, let's see if I can find sheets. What's in this? This is no, this is not it. Definitely not. But one that is conquest stats. That is literally just me tracking win-loss, which was did I lose to anyone in? This is must be. I say this must be. I've got a match of me versus Luca, and not shaded in a winner. I also don't know which conquest this is for. I just have a file named BSG conquest stats. Yeah, that sounds about right, because I can remember, like, Ginger being surprised that he beat me. Like, I had a big off day, similar to my match against Striejlok before the finals. I just, I just had a huge brain fart, made loads of horrendous mistakes, and, like, against a half-decent player, if you make those kinds of mistakes, you will lose. So, yeah, I was undefeated except for that strange match. Well, yeah, I can remember a certain player, like, most of the community was like, commiserations. And then there was that one player who was like, you throw. technically speaking, I did because I should have won that. I was undefeated and then lost a match I probably should have won, but like, it wasn't intentional. I just had an off day. No one wins forever. Lost today. Okay, so what about tournaments? Match results in the tournament channel. This tournament's going to be, yeah, what's this? That tournament is the Cylon one, so that tournament is just all Cylons. That's what Cylons, yes. Right, so this. Oh, this VOD still exists. Okay, so I've gone back to a tournament finals. The other time I've been in a tournament finals. I remember this one. This one tournament was a fun one because it ended up on like a Slytherin anniversary stream or something, like a fairly big 1,000-person watching stream. That was to like, and I did use Artemis's in that one. Yes, it was against Z-Dog. That was a fun one. Again, 2-1 with a very close final. Like, I don't mind losing too much, and like, I really don't mind if the final was close. And that final was close. That was really, really good fun. Like, really good fun. And to be honest, I didn't expect to win one game because Z-Dog was really, really good at the time, and I wasn't. Like, I think I was better then than I am now. But like, the top players at that time were huge. Mixed in air quotes. Everyone like the good. Like, I think the top players were all doing Colonial because everyone realised Colonial were the best. God, the fleet composition though on game one is weird. I have a Jupiter. That's normally kind of weak. That's literally just game. That's game 3. Yeah, I'll say mixed. Z-Dog and I both brought uh, colonial fleets. I think all throughout the tournament. Definitely in that final, we just brought that. So yeah, so that tournament. But there's a bunch of unofficial ones. What about the evidence locker for the community events? Because that's basically that's the unofficial tournaments. Right. You say you don't think it's colonial. Colonial was the best because both me and Z-Dog run Colonial in the final all 3 games. So I can't remember much of what the meta was, but it must have been Colonial for both of us to take, because I'm pretty sure I took Colonial for either almost all the tournament or like most of it. I might have taken Cylon for a couple matches. Because I've definitely taken Cylons to a tournament and done well with them. I think this was the time when people were not so adverse to, like, people wouldn't think Colonial Cylon was that imbalanced. I think part of the balance slightly came from this tournament, that neither Z-Dog or I took uh, Cylons. And the Merc addiction, I mean, yes, like, it is just good. It's like, you need the Mark 7s. That's the only thing. The firepower per cost is kind of not great, but like, if you don't take the Mark 7s, you lose the fighter battle. And like, you can run without it. I don't think it's massively, massively overpowered, but it is overtuned. Against the Merc getting a 3 squadron slot. Yeah, I think it should have been, that 3rd squadron slot should have been removed, because like, the Mark 7s are really well balanced with respect to the Valkyries. The Valkyries are really nicely balanced. But yeah, and you do the Merc, you've kind of got to put its points cost up really high, and it doesn't really fit in well with colonial fleets because it has mostly bottom firepower, so it kind of sits in a really odd lone spot at the top of your fleet. You can have some escorts with it, it's just a bit, it's funky. I think if you took the 3rd slot out, it would decrease the Merc's cost, make it slightly more efficient per gun, so you can take it for its guns rather than not just for its fighters. And durability. But yeah. Merc and a J2 working together up top. You run the risk of that not being enough to deal with. Like, that's too much points investment at the top, because again, colonial ships, other than them, like, they basically all fire upwards really, really well. Mercury is one exception. So yeah, you need your NH to be a lot of top ships, which is basically not, because most of all the other colonial ships either have equal top firepower as bottom, or better top firepower, so you'll just naturally put them on the bottom. Let's shove. Over here. J2 and Merc shoot down well. Yeah, but the J2 also shoots up well. I guess it's like you can't put it on top because the dive rate of the J2 is not enough to put it below an Artemis, which is kind of the line I put. Buy the fruit smith, Barkin defender. Yep, I'm glad that the defenders got banned. I mean, it shouldn't be so like, oh, you can never play with it, because actually playing with a single defender does spice the games up kind of nicely, but it is like, it's very new player unfriendly, because like, new players might not know that you should target like navigation to increase dive climb rate and then fire control to boost weapons. They might go, oh, let's boost the hangar because that improves my fighters. No, crap. But if you like have people who know how the balance generally works in this game, having a defender is kind of fun. I've finally scrolled past the triple elimination tournament evidence locker screenshots. Let's have a look at some more of my own. Well, would you look at that? The first image I come to, the last fleet I used in that tournament, is exactly the same as the one I've just used. And the match before, which funnily enough was against Striejlok. Yeah, I lost to that tournament winner Commander Com with this fleet. The round before I beat Striejlok, so this tournament is kind of like a revenge arc. That makes it kind of spicy. Yeah, I used this fleet unchanged this entire tournament because I wanted to prove that show that the meta hasn't changed, which I guess you can kind of figure because there's been no updates, no changes to the rules what you can use. So go figure, the meta hasn't changed. But I also believe that this is the best fleet you can possibly bring, which I have a slight question now because Striejlok's fleet he brought in this game is really, really good. Match before that, still this fleet against Explosive. Fleet before that, exactly the same fleet, except a different formation. That was against Joker. Huh. Or am I just the way this is scrolling? It's just this way this is scrolling weird. Ah, right, and then the match before that, which I lost to Apolocker, that's when I was using Orions, because I know I used Orions for a bit, because I liked their massive dive rate. Ban ship class each week, and yeah, I was fooled by the Mercury ruse twice. And I do think I now come to the conclusion I should keep that Mercury with my fleet so it's not isolated in case you do that. And I think even if I dive, I've got enough bottom fire because I have a lot of guns on that fleet that I should win even if your Mercury is above mine. So if you have a fight heavy fleet, you don't have much guns. So it doesn't really matter if your Mercury is above. But this all goes to show is that fleet selection has a lot to say about it, but it's not everything. Skill is very much if you bring one of the best fleets you can, then skill will triumph overall. Nice balance. What's this fleet? unchanged. This is Tournament Fleet 3, which I might still have. I need to put this back over here. I still have Tournament Fleet 3. I bet I do. I don't delete these things. Yep, this is Tournament Fleet 3. The predecessor to Tournament Fleet 6. Why? What does 5? I don't think I ever used that one. And 4 doesn't exist. I go straight, like, I go 3, I never use this in a tournament, and then it's this. 50% fleet formation, 40% skill, 10% luck. Or 5% psychology and 5% luck. Yeah. Maybe more psychology, especially given the last 2 matches of the Mercury Ruse. Gone 4 games with that decoy. I believe it. Because I reckon Thrall, with a slight change to their fleet, like just have one. Like there's the first time I faced against Thrall, they had like a ranger and a few manticores up top with EMP generators. I think if they just had one manticore with an EMP. No, they did just have a. Oh. Yeah, if they just had one manticore with an EMP generator, and then everything else on the bottom as firepower, I think I would have actually lost that match because it came like I lost the fighter battle. One of the manticores got away, and with some better fighter management, I could have actually lost that match. Like that match was close. I think it was against Ral. Because they did that. Mercury ruse. Like it's a good ruse. Technology comes in when skill is close. Psychology wins you games if the skill is close. I'd argue that it can still have an impact regardless of skill. Anyhow, I need to, like, it's getting late now, I need to head out. So, I got speaking to people. That was nice people to drop by to watch this. This has been
a good fun tournament. Hopefully more events can be run, but with the news that Deadlock is disappearing, it can probably run a few more. But not like the days are numbered. This might be getting up to this player count is again, I don't see it happening. But still, I still think there's a few more events that can happen. Yeah. Thanks, Raze, for hosting this tournament. I agree. It was really good fun. And with that, good night and